Hello Capricorn, welcome to your 2025 forecast. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As you can see, I'm not in my normal spot. I'm on my annual road trip to see my family in Atlanta for Thanksgiving. I'm in Asheville, North Carolina. I love this city. I stop here frequently, right? And I love the vortex, the energy. I love everything about this city. So I'm really glad, and I'm happy to be doing your forecast in Asheville. This is going to be a year. Now, here's the thing, Capricorn. I'm going to give you an astrological overview of 2025, right? For you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Then I'm going to do your spread. After that, we'll break it down. I'll bring, we'll go over, transit, some aspects for every month that I want you to pay attention to. Take out a pen, Apple pen, whatever you prefer. Take some notes, all right? Just mark some down. And then after that, then I'll do something special and we'll focus a little bit more, go a little bit deeper. But your forecast, some of these have been going long. Yours might be pretty short because yours is just, hey, you're good. Like, I'm looking at what's going on for you. You got travel. Would I be surprised if you take some big trip or even have like a really big, maybe you sign something, maybe in, it looks like February, March. But anyway, we're going to talk about everything that's happening for you. One thing that I want to just kind of really encourage is watching your rising, your moon. If you are a cross watcher, it gives you a little bit of a bigger story. We get a little bit more precise in terms of what you can look out for 2025, right? So, for instance, if you're Capricorn and let's say Libra rising, you're gonna have one of the best career years that you've had in, since 2013, right? 12 years. So you see what's happening here. But all Capricorns, there definitely is going to be some career activity, but there's going to be a big shift in a lot of things for you. You're going to be big communicators as well this year, 2025. Okay, you're going to, really become leaders. So let's jump right in. 2025. I'm just going to kind of gloss over things. Look at all these transits, right? And I'm going to do separate videos where I break them down a little bit more. There's just too much to cover in 2025. As you know, we are entering this new era. It's not even a new year. It's a new era, okay? 2025 is that significant. If you've been a subscriber, I've been talking about it for years, okay? So we're here. This is the age of awakening, right? This is the age of wisdom, the age of, ascension. We're on the brink of the age of Aquarius. So 2025 is very significant. You're gonna see a huge spiritual movement. We'll talk about that. We're also gonna talk about this huge shift in the collective, a huge shift in humanity. It all starts now, okay? And this isn't just the astrology. This is me as a channeler as well. Again, you've been watching me. You've been getting private readings with me. You know that I've been talking about 2025, okay? This is a deeply profound year, the most pivotal year of the decade, okay? Some would even say of the century, all right? It's truly, truly unique. All right, and even it's astrology. And I'm not the only one out there saying this, right? It's that big. Even the numerology aligns with what's happening 2025, 2026. Okay, so just expect really, 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 really big change. And just remember that you are, you're the captain of your ship, right? And you're going to be navigating new waters. So get really excited. And with that said, I want to remind you, Capricorn, change is the only constant in this world. So you're going to experience a lot of change in 2025. And it's going to be nicer if you embrace it and if you initiate it, right? And a lot of y'all are. Again, looking at what's going on for y'all. And when I say change, sure, big things. Like we're talking about life change, like moving, right? A lot of y'all are going to be moving. Capricorns, okay? Or thinking about moving, maybe you're launching a business. There's, maybe you're having a baby. Maybe you're having a grandchild, getting a promotion, all that, meeting your soulmate. So that's what we're talking about, like big changes. But what's unique about 2025, most Capricorn, all Capricorns are gonna experience first of its kind change. So new beginnings, changes that you've never had in your life, okay? Ever. So 2025 is that type of year for you, all right? So just continue your soul's journey, right? Reap every reward that's coming in 2025, knowing nothing is impossible, okay? I say it all the time, don't live a little, live a lot, right? You have one life to live, okay? Make it count and go hard in 2025. There's got to be a lot of changes. It's also a year where it's good. Again, I talked about the spiritual movement. That's why we say the Great Awakening, Age of Ascension, all of that. Just continue to be your authentic self. You're going to be absolutely fine. All right. 2025 is big, and you're gonna have moments because it's such a spiritually activated year. Big shift again, and you're probably already feeling it. A lot of people are feeling it. A lot of people are waking up. You see it's already happening, and so I've been saying this in a lot of signs. Sometimes I take a step back and I take a moment. I ask myself, why was I put on earth? Okay, what is my mission? What is my life's purpose? What's my purpose here? And so a lot of y'all are gonna have those moments in 2025. It's that big. It's that big. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna break it down for you. There's just so many. Look at this. This is so rare. Okay, and we also have rare aspects that we haven't seen in 6 years, some in 60 years. 2025 is big. Now, let's start with the North Node, South Node. Changing as soon as we hit January, okay? So they're leaving the Aries Libra axis, moving into the Pisces Virgo. So all the eclipses are going to be in Pisces and Virgo in 2025, except for one. We have one left in Aries, okay? And that's going to happen in March. Now, here's another thing, Capricorn. 2025 doesn't really start until March, right? For some of y'all, it's going to definitely start in February. And for a lot of y'all, it's going to start at the end of January, all right? So right after your birthday season. And it's not to say nothing's going to happen. I'm talking about these big changes, okay, in your life. But we remember, we have the retrogrades. I have them here, Mercury, Mars, Venus. This is another thing that makes this year rare, is that every single planet, is changing signs. Every single one, okay? Now, the sun, the moon, the luminaries, right? But also Mercury, Mars, Venus, the inner planets, personal planets, yes, that's a given. That's gonna happen. But every sign, every planet's changing signs, some that haven't been here in a really long time, and then all these retrogrades in the beginning of the month. We're already experienced Mars retrograde. That's gonna go into February, all right? Mars is exalted in your side. It's a whole big thing. Just know that Mars just slows things down a bit, and then you'll have Mercury and Venus retrograde overlap. All right, so it's just rare to have Mars, Venus, Mercury all retrograde in the same year, like really, really rare. So when we get to March 1st, actually, I think it's actually February 1st, Venus will go retrograde, and we'll talk about that. Mercury's going to overlap it, but anyway, let's start with the nodes. North Node, South Node, Pisces, Virgo. So this is a completely big shift. So first of all, this is very spiritual, all right? This is North Node and Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual. We're talking about the collective unconscious here. This is huge, right? This is big. And for you, Capricorn, the North Node moving to Pisces all year long, that's going to be your third house. Okay, so you know that Saturn and Neptune have been in Pisces. So it's kind of like passing off all those things that have been hard for you, right? Saturn being your ruling planet. And that's one way to see it if things have been challenging when it comes to communication, marketing, advertising, writing projects, communicating with others, even logic, thinking, processing, intellect. Those were, there was a lot of things going on in your head last year. All right, so it's almost like those planets are now passing the torch. Like it's because they were all in Pisces, and now passing into the North Node, now moving into Pisces. So everything that you were working on last year, it's almost like now this is where you really think about your soul's journey. And we're talking about the North Node. Like I said, your mission statement, that's what the North Node is. It's a point of, fate and destiny. And so it's making everything happen for you, making everything happen for you in terms of your soul's journey. All right, so North Node in Pisces, very spiritual. So again, this is moving to your third house. You're going to be you're going to be communicating a lot. It's also aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors. They could play a big part of this. And then travel, short distance travel. But the main thing is communication. It's the way that you communicate. And so a lot of you are going to be communicating on this spiritual level. It's like from your soul, from your heart. It's going to be big. A healing word as well. But it's almost like bringing your soul into the work that you do, right? So now, South Node moving into Virgo, 9th house, all right? So there's going to be some perspectives. Some of your belief systems are going to be shifting. The South Node is what we're letting go, right? So that's what that is for you. And so that's the main thing, all right? For you to become more of your authentic self. Things that you just want to leave in the past, it's like past karmas as well. Just let's let this go. Let's let this go. It's not serving me well. Now, this is what's interesting. The 9th house is also publishing, broadcasting, as well as education, right? But it's also long distance travel. So you see, there's a lot of travel in store for you for the entire year, okay? Now, we haven't had the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo since 2006, 2008. So you want to think about what happened in your life around that time, okay? When I say travel, listen, South Node in Virgo, that could be like travel of the mind, because that's more, again, like your 9th house, that's like belief system. But the 9th, okay, so South Node in Virgo, it's really also releasing a lot of like control and perfectionism, right? If there's any of that, like things that you're just like, I'm just really putting too much like control into this, time to let it go, all right? Time to let it go. Things that just, again, are not serving you well. And we'll talk about it a little bit more later, but this is just going to be a big jump. Now, it's also going to be with the North Node in Pisces, learning a lot. Okay, so you're going to be learning a lot of new things. You're going to be curious about a lot of things that maybe you were curious about in the past, but now this is the year like, let me bring that into my soul's journey. Okay, so now the next big thing is Jupiter, right? Jupiter moving into Cancer. I know I'm going to skip around here. These are just the dates. These planets are moving into these signs, and then when they exit. So Jupiter, well, Pluto and Aquarius, we can talk about. That's already happened, right, in November, but we still consider it new because it's now here for 19 years straight, okay? 19 years straight, Pluto and Aquarius, big change, right? And we consider it new because it's the slowest moving planet. Pluto only moves like a degree. It's going to move like a degree, 2 degrees this year, so big, still considered new, all right? At that point of new beginning, 0 degrees, 1 degree, right? So now, Jupiter, this is going to be big for you, Capricorn. What is so unique about Jupiter this year? Well, first things first, Jupiter is the first time that it's been in Cancer in 12 years. So again, think back to 2013, 2014. What happened for you around that time with partnerships, okay? Because Cancer is your opposite sign. Now, this is the thing that makes this so unique for this year is that Jupiter's moving into Cancer halfway through the year, right in the middle of the year, June 2025. Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, luck, abundance, expansion, profit, wisdom, all of that. Whew. So what does that mean? You get all of that luck and good fortune in 2 areas of your life in 2025. And then Jupiter, when it moves into Cancer in June, it's going to be here for a whole year, so until June 2026. So now, what does this mean? First half of the year, Jupiter and Gemini, that's your 6th house. So, wow, you're going to get a lot of luck in your everyday activities. Things are going to feel really good. You're going to be expanding a lot of things. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of work matters, like if you own a company, hiring employees that are perfect, little angels, like that type of thing, like expansion, right? Maybe you are launching your own business. I wouldn't be surprised. All this Aries energy we're going to talk about too. But 6th house is also health, wellness, fitness. It's, pets. Maybe I'll get pets. But the big thing is work, okay? Service to others is what we're talking about. So really big shift in your everyday activities. And remember, there's going to be more, it's going to be like kickoff in February when Jupiter goes direct, all right? So Jupiter goes direct from February to June, and then June moves into Cancer, your opposite sign. Partnerships, relationships, one-on-one commitments, marriage, signing, legal matters, okay? You're gonna have the most luck that you've had in 12 years in that area. So if you're seeking love, looking for love, this is it. This is the year that you will likely meet your soulmate, okay? Could happen early 2026 as well. But hey, this is you out of all the signs have the most luck in this area. Now, if you're in a partnership, oh, wow, things are just going to feel really great. Everything that Jupiter represents, right? You're going to feel that, okay? Now, this also is not limited love. Again, it can be a new partnership in career, a new business partner. Again, this is one-on-one, right? Maybe you had a baby, nanny. Having luck finding a nanny, right? Or maybe you're super rich and you're like, I need a new, pilot for my private jet. This is it. This is the year you find the best pilot in the world. This is amazing. Okay, Capricorn, this is amazing. Hasn't happened in 12 years. Now, let's talk about Saturn. Saturn is moving into Aries for 4 months, okay? You see that happening here. May, okay, till September. So spring, summer, fall are going to be the biggest months of change. You're going to see the biggest, hugest months, okay? Pay attention to spring to fall. So Saturn moving into Aries for a month. The first time Saturn has been in Aries since 1996, Capricorn, 36 years, right? 36 years since this has happened. Saturn in Aries, your 4th house. Wow. Home matters, home, family, parents, children, significant other, your domestic sector, okay? Real estate, some of y'all, again, may be moving. Some of y'all may be moving in with someone. The fact that, there's so much happening for you, and then Neptune, as you can see, joins Aries. Neptune will be co-present with Saturn, your ruling planet, don't forget that, all right? So Neptune will be joining Aries for 7 months. You see that here, okay? In March until October, right? Neptune in Aries, the first time since 1861, 164 years. So nobody on this planet, unless you are a vampire, mermaid, vampire, whatever it is, nobody on this planet has experienced Neptune in Aries, okay? Very interesting. Remember, Pluto and Aquarius, the first time in 250 years, no one's experienced that. So this is a year of firsts. Now, Saturn and Neptune together, the collective spirit, okay? And of course, we'll go a lot deeper with Saturn and Neptune together. It's just really big, all right? We're gonna do another video on that. So this is just Neptune, that's compassion, it's your dreams, it's ideology, it's just, oh my goodness, because they're both in your 4th house, the dream house I wanna live in, or, you know what I mean? Or my dream life in terms of I want 2 kids, and do you know what I mean? There's something that's going on with home that's going to be really big for you. You're going to take a lot of action, and you're going to have a lot more responsibilities in the 4th house, okay? That's going to be just a thing for you. And a lot of it's something that you could have been thinking about all last year. Remember, the North Node was in Aries at that point. And so again, everything that you were considering that was your purpose, so you may have already done a lot of things with home, in your home sector. There could have been a lot of activity there. And now this is where you're getting taking on these new responsibilities and taking charge and taking action. Now, Uranus moving into Gemini. You see that here, okay? July to November. That's going to be 4 months, right? So this is the first time since 1941 that Uranus has been in Gemini, 84 years. So again, a lot of us have not seen this. This is big. Uranus in Gemini, that is your success. So just, that's first of all, that's just wild. Uranus, Gemini, I'm going to do a separate video on that. Too much to talk about with Uranus and Gemini. And remember, these are just temporarily, all right? So what is happening here? You're getting a preview over the summer and fall and even spring of what's to come in 2026. If 2025 is the Great Awakening, the year of Ascension, 2026 is the greatest awakening, the biggest year of Ascension. So you kind of have to lump 2025 and 2026 together. What you want to do, again, put yourself right here. You're going to get glimpses of what your life could be like in 2026, and you're going to take action for it to set yourself up to be where you want to be in 2026 and beyond. 2026 is, the great reset. Saturn and Neptune conjuncting in February 2026 at 0 degrees, the very beginning of the zodiac, right? And so Saturn and Neptune are going to be co-present over the summer. but they're not. It's like they're going to be at the same party, but they're never going to meet, right? They're not going to shake hands. So it's really interesting. All that really kicks off in 2026, where Uranus is going to be in Gemini for 7 years, where Neptune's going to be in Aries for 12 years. Like, that's when everything happens. So again, you're getting a preview right here. Take advantage of this. This is all about taking inspired action. Your life is going to completely change, and you got to move with these changes. These are going to be big. Okay, Capricorn? Just letting you know now. 2025, by the way, a year that astrologically we have not seen in modern human history. So nobody, dead or alive, has seen a year like this. Okay? The fact that the 4 outer planets are changing signs in such a compact, compressed 4-month period, with all this other activity happening, ooh, yeah, no, never. You can go through the ephemeris, you go through, no. I mean, if we're going, it's like 5,000 BCE. It's just insane. It's just insane. This is just crazy. All right, so again, Great Awakening happening here. Uranus, the Great Awakener, moving into Gemini, which is up here, right? People are waking up. And again, it's on a collective level. And it's not just that. It's Pluto and Aquarius, Saturn and Neptune and Aries. Again, it's a wild, one of a kind year. Okay. By the way, did I mention this isn't my normal setup? I'm working off my laptop. So anyway, and I'm filming this while Mercury's retrograde. So if there's any, if you are a cross watcher, you have seen some Mercury retrograde moments that I've experienced. Anyway, all right. So again, the other thing that makes it very unique, all of this moving into fire and air. So again, 2025, whoosh, we're leaving that water, earth energy and moving into something that's just like things are going to move fast, like a rocket ship, fire and air, like, and these planets for the first time, right? 29 degrees to 0 to 1, like, it's huge. Obviously you take Jupiter out of that equation because Jupiter's moving into Cancer, but don't forget Jupiter's gonna be in Gemini, an air sign for the first half of the year still. But anyway, just know that this is definitely going to be a really big year, okay? And the other thing is Neptune, Uranus, Pluto, right? Ancient astrologers didn't even know about them, right? So they didn't even have the archetypes. So when I say this is a truly new, like a year that no one's ever experienced, nobody, again, dead or alive, has experienced this. You get to be a part of this. So there is something special about 2025. It is a big year of change, okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to tell you before I jump right in, what I was going to tell you, Saturn, Neptune, moving into Aries, I think I already told you that's your 4th house, so your domestic sector. A lot of y'all going to move, a lot of y'all have changes, thinking about or doing a lot of different things with home, family, children. Got to be a big thing for you. Got to be absolutely a big thing. I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all think about having children, especially the first half of the year, or there may be grandchildren, if that's not your thing. And the first half of the year is going to be really fun for you, very exciting for you. Uranus moving into Gemini, that's going to be a very different vibe for you. Again, moving into your 6th house of everyday activities. Remember, Uranus, not only the great awakener, planet of surprises, the unexpected, but also breakthroughs, okay? Big in your 6th house. So, and then the last thing, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, all retrograde. This is what no one else is going to tell you, all right? I'm going to be the first to tell you this. Because Mercury, Mars, and Venus are retrograding this year, all right? Again, rare that they all do this at the, even overlapping, some of them. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Mercury, okay, so, because they are retrograding, a lot of the aspects that happen once a year, these wonderful, like, rocket ship, one of a kind, once a year aspects, we're going to have them many times because of these retrogrades. So these retrogrades are actually like a blessing in disguise. And remember, we'll go over them later. Just remember, things are going to be really slow, in the beginning of the year with all the retrogrades, even Mars retrograde. That's going to be, just remember, Mars is going to go retrograde in Cancer in the beginning of January until February. Just use that time to, it's resolving conflicts, take it easy, go with the flow, right? Go with the flow, flow with the go. Gain clarity around that time because it is going to be around partnerships and relationships for you, Mars retrograde in Cancer, okay? Just keep that in mind. That's going to be the big thing. And then Venus going retrograde, Venus retrograde is March 1st to April 12th, all right? It's going to retrograde in Aries, end up in Pisces. We'll talk about that, but it will overlap with a Mercury retrograde. That's also going to be in Aries. And then that's the other thing. All the Mercury retrogrades this year, they're all going to be in fire signs. I mean, this is going to be just a very one-of-a-kind year. Numerology, I was talking about this earlier, 2025 is the year of 9, right? 9 is the humanitarian. Look at what's happening. I already talked about this huge shift. It's all about power to the people. It's humanity, okay? That huge shift here in the collective. Now, and it's empathy, but 9 is finality. It's fulfillment, but it's not completion yet. It's more of a transition. It's meaningful. It's this meaningful transition, preparing yourself for 10. 2026, the year of 10. 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. New beginning. So what did I say? 2026 is the year, right? This new cycle, and you're getting a preview of it. You're getting to put yourself where you want to be on that timeline, 2026 and beyond. And you're going to experience so much change this year. Remember, change is the only constant. So again, just extraordinary. And that's, that's not coincidence. I mean, that's kind of big. All right, so what else can I tell you? The other thing is with Saturn and Neptune, I would pay attention to this because Saturn is your ruling planet. Saturn brings that structure, that stability, long-term commitments, life lessons. Karma is what it represents. Those structured experiences in your life. And I like Saturn and Neptune. I like Saturn and Neptune together because Saturn is, grounding us in reality, because Neptune is like dreams, and with Neptune and Aries, like you could dream really big, but Saturn like grounds you in that. If you are a mutable sign, by the way, in terms of like your rising or your moon, right? Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Pisces, or if you know anyone, right? They could have felt the biggest squeeze last year, right? With Saturn and Pisces. It wasn't easy with all those Saturn squares, and we're still going to have some. Yeah, we'll still have some in 2025, but 2024 was like, oh. Now all the cardinal signs are going to feel Saturn's energy in a really big way. That includes you. So it's Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries. All right, so prepare for that, all right, for 2025. But Saturn and Aries and Neptune and Aries, very different vibe, okay? Very different vibe from Saturn and Neptune and Pisces, trust me. And that's still going to happen. So remember, beginning of the year, end of the year, all the planets are going to be, where they are, right now. It's just they're going to have that big change from spring to fall. And by the end of the year, with all this new stuff happening in your life, it's kind of like clearing house, right? Like November, December, clearing house again for everything that's happening now, to accommodate for this new life, this new journey, new path that you're going to be on. So let's break it down. Let's see what's going on for you. So let's do your spread. The last thing I was going to say with the North Node, South Node, and Pisces, it's a big health year. I'm calling it the healing path. It's all about healing, right? So all the eclipses will be, like I said, in Pisces, Virgo. Those are game changers. Can release times of release. Things that are outdated, that you're just like, I need to move forward from this. You're gonna have big change, okay? You're gonna have really, really, really big change, especially travel. There's a lot of travel in the books for you for the year 2025, okay, Capricorn. So when I say it's the healing year, I'm talking about this is a time where you're going to figure out how you can grow and what you can let go in terms of your spiritual health, all right? This is also mental health, physical health, it's emotional health, it's social health. There's going to be a big focus on health, all right? You're going to see that and letting things go, right? Am I limiting my beliefs? Have I been sabotaging myself? Am I sitting too much? physical health, right? Like what are the things that we need to change, right, Capricorn, to move forward in this very spiritual, intuitive. I mean, North Node in Pisces is intuition, it's creativity, it's imagination, but it's so much spiritual movement here, endless ocean of possibilities. And then Virgo North Node, remember what I said, releasing perfectionism, anything where if you're being too hard on yourself, self-criticism, releasing all that now, releasing all that. All right, so let's break it down. Let's see what's going on for you. Oh gosh, yeah, you're gonna have, Saturn is gonna be, we'll have Neptune sextile Uranus, Saturn sextile Uranus. I mean, we have so many things that regard your ruling. Like you're gonna have big change. You're gonna have big change. So let's break it down. All right, let's see what's going for you. You can take a screenshot. There's a lot of light coming through this window. Now I see it's getting a little bit. Ooh, okay. Then let's get going. So Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you. All right, for 2025 for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Capricorn, I'm going to try to do that. Let me move this deck here. I'm going to try to do this, but I know it's going to, again, very interesting setup, right? Very interesting setup. I'm going to make sure that you're going to be able to see the cards. Okay. I do a traditional Celtic Cross spread, offers the best overview. All right. So, and we're going to pull clarifiers if we need to. Secondly, remember, I'm going to go through month by month. I'm going to just point out just 1 or 2 dates for you to pay attention to. Mark in your calendar big changes, okay, for every month of the year, all right? But I'm going to break it down by season. I'm going to pull more cards. You'll see, Capricorn. And don't forget that Uranus trining Pluto for the next 2 years, that is going to be really big. Really big. Pluto in Aquarius, by the way, for the next 19 years, that's in your second house of money, income, finances. It's big. Pluto, all that power, empowerment. And also 2025, the last thing I'm going to say, with Uranus moving to Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, yes, there's going to be you breaking down some things, right? Really breaking down some things in order to have these breakthroughs, in order to move forward. All right, that's 2025 for everybody. All right, let's get started. Oh yeah, okay. Everything that I just said. There you go. You got the Knight of Cups. Really great. So you are moving into this year seeking, to be more emotionally fulfilled, right? You're moving into it with this creative mind, very imaginative, very romantic. Now, when I say the word romantic, what's coming up, it's not just like in terms of romance, like with a partner, but romantic toward just, things that are, again, that you just want to feel deep down in your bones. Like it can be toward the arts, it can be toward your family, it can feel, romantic toward, the city you live in. Like whatever it is, there is something there that's just, I feel it in my bones. This is really nice. Now, he's extending his cup. He does want to share it with somebody. So a lot of y'all want to move into this new partnership or take your partnership to another level. Okay, if you're currently in a relationship, remember, this can be career related as well. This can also be something with like aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives and neighbors as well. Okay, because this Knight of Cups is Pisces. You have the North Node moving into Pisces in your third house. But even still, it's almost like moving into this, like just really having this big dream, right, of 2025, making it all happen now, okay? Communicating a lot of that too, because at the end of the day, he just wants to fill his cup. So it's just all about you and what you want, what's going to fill your cup here, right? What's going to fulfill you emotionally. But partnership and relationship is definitely going to be a big thing. You can see that here. Look, in the heart of your spread, you got the Ace of Swords. So what did I say from the very beginning? You're going to be big communicators, okay? You're going to be big communicators, big leaders in that area, but you're going to also have these big breakthroughs. Ace of Swords is a huge mental breakthrough, but this is also, maybe there's a big contract you sign. You actually, with a North Node in Pisces in your third house, Mars is going to move into Leo in April. You're going to be signing a lot of contracts. Yes, more than one for sure. Okay, so keep that in mind. But this is really positive. You're going to have a lot of power. All right, remember, communication is going to be a big thing for you. Communicating and being that person that people, respect, believe, all of that, and like rely on, like big. Ace of Swords, again, you are definitely going to have just the way that you see things really profound, like whole other level ascending. But aces, new beginnings, new opportunities, new cycles. I mean, this is just a lot to look forward to with that Ace of Swords. But communication is going to be a big thing. Now, Knight of Pentacles in your challenge area, just don't it is going to be a month where Saturn's going to be switching 2 times, right? Saturn in Pisces to Saturn in Aries, and back to Saturn in Pisces. Remember, Saturn is your ruling planet, okay? Just keep that in mind, all right? So there may be some changes, all right? But with these changes, this is saying, just don't, drop the ball, right? This is, when the Knight of Pentacles in your challenge area, there's 2 things here. One, there could be a partner that is a little bit I got to keep my eyes on this person. Why are we not seeing eye to eye? And are they handling money, finances? Maybe it's a business partner in a way where we just don't align. And I can see that they're being a little weird about it. They're just not holding up their end of the bargain. Or maybe I understand that I'm the one that has to take care of this, that kind of energy. But again, it could be you that's just, let's just really focus on building that structure, stability for the long term, okay? For the long term. Now, hey, you got the Two of Cups in your crown. So you got the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups. Yeah, so yeah, you definitely, partnerships, relationships, expect it to be like chef's kiss. You got the Two of Cups. This is 2 souls inhabiting one body. You see the caduceus here. You see, the winged lion. So much passion right here. But sharing, opening yourself up, with another person. Again, this is transcendent, unconditional, super conscious love. It can be in business. It can be with, like I said, maybe a relative, maybe a friend. It can be very platonic, but love and relationships, big thing, okay? So if you're single, again, big year for you. With Jupiter moving into Cancer, big, okay? Really big, all right? So I really love that for you. That's really nice. And the other thing is, this is a Cancer card, by the way. The Two of Cups is a Cancer card. So you really want to keep your eyes on Jupiter and Cancer moving there in June. But wow. A lot of you are seeking to just do something with someone else. It's going to bring you so much joy, and it's going to complete the picture. This is also the soulmate card, the twin flame card in layman's terms, right? So a lot of y'all are seeking just, that's going to be really nice because you got the 9 of Cups and the reverse spread. So there is a sense of, throughout the year, you're just going to be satisfied. The wishes that you wanted, especially from last year, or 2024, and also throughout 2025, they're going to come true. You're going to be completely satisfied, and you're going to be very proud of yourself for all the achievements you made. Remember, continue to make inspired actions. Remember, you're on a karmic journey. This is wonderful. The 9 of Cups, I mean, a lot of enlightenment here. Now, you do have the 7 of Wands, all right? So there could be, someone that, again, it could be that Knight of Pentacles situation here, but there could be, here's the thing. There could be someone or something, it could be even a corporation where you work, or even something like a community or something, but there could be something or someone that you're really, standing your ground. Maybe there's something that makes you a little bit more okay, on guard, right? You see him at the top of the hill. He's got the advantage, right? He's the one that's going to win this little, but it's very interesting. I would just pay attention to the first half of the month with Mars and Leo. This card is attributed to Leo. That's what Mars and Leo does anyway, or Mars retrograde in Leo. But then pay attention to around April. Again, we'll talk about when Mars does go into Leo, right? So we always want to track Mars. Mars is only going to be in 3 signs, 3 or 4 signs this entire year because of the retrogrades. Mars and Leo is really big for you. That's all about transformation. That's for you. That's big. You're going to go through big transformative moments. That would be death and rebirth. That would be regeneration through a whole year of transformation anyway. So really big. I'm going to clarify that 7 of Wands, kind of standing your ground about something. But you have the Queen of Swords. I mean, you're really good. This is someone who does not mess around. This is someone who says nope. And this is someone who says, Listen, she has great ideas. She is peacemaker. She, remember, communication is going to be a big thing for you. Like I said, Queen of Swords is a big communicator, but in terms of like fairness, diplomacy, but again, she is very powerful, has a lot of authority. She has a big backstory. It's basically, here's the one sentence version, she went through a lot to sit in this throne. She earned her spot here. So you're definitely coming after that Seven of Wands. There could have been something throughout the, this year that you may be just like really standing your ground on and really becoming that person of authority. Again, like authority is like a big thing for you this year, but communication is also a big thing. I mean, it is swords, right? So I really love that for you. There could be something that you could be the one that is also like a mediator in some situation, but either way, you got a lot of power. That Ace of Swords and Queen of Swords together, that's a lot of power, all right? Big. Okay, let's get to your stuff. Queen of Swords is also just someone who is just so sharp and so cunning, but she's also, she's Libra, by the way. So Queen of Swords is attributed to Libra, so there is that sense of like fairness. There's that sense of something with partnerships that may come up as well. Libra does rule partnerships and relationships. And it could be something in the career capacity where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna be the voice here. Anyway, let's get to your stuff. All right, so, oh my goodness, Capricorn. If you like this reading, by the way, it'd be great if you subscribe, leave comments. I appreciate all that. And I really want to hear from you. I'm going to just go on. Now, I can't believe this. This is going to be a year of, when I say new beginnings, let me put this down a little bit so you can see. I don't even know if you can, but I'm going to hold up all the cards for you. Let me do that. All right. Again, there's literally nowhere in this hotel room I could have done this. So I apologize for that. All right. Now, Hierophant, really great. Okay, so Hierophant's been coming up a lot. Hierophant, he is the connector between the divine, our physical world. I mean, he is a huge leader, a huge spiritual leader, okay? Spiritual in a sense of, can even be like you having this like moment, this like spiritual awakening. And it could be in any capacity, whether you're a teacher, whether you're, work in, I don't know, at a news desk. But remember, there is kind of like that soul's journey. That's part of like everything that you're doing this year. A lot of wisdom here, okay? But you see the two monks at his feet? I mean, like, he's a leader and people listen to him, okay? You can't lead if there's no one to lead. There's gonna be people that you lead. He's got the keys, everything here, triple crap. Really big. So it seems like that's what you want anyway. A lot of it could be even like in the home, like I said, home, like even like, showing your parents that you're a big leader, showing your children you're a big leader, things like that, that you've got this, you're a well fountain of spirituality. Like you just get things. Now, the Tower, okay? Tower came up in your external factors area. So yeah, you could expect some things to, right? It's a Tower, but remember the Tower. Two things here, the Tower moment. It doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So there's going to be some things in 2025 that clears the decks for you. It's going to happen anyway with Saturn and Neptune moving into Aries and Uranus moving into Gemini. Some things are going to clear the decks, okay? And then that's going to put you in this place, spring, summer, fall, where you want to be, okay? So remember, it's all about, how you handle the energy. Every Capricorn is different, that. Y'all have different rising signs, different birth charts. That makes you different from every other Capricorn in this world. So everyone's going to experience this differently. It's how you handle it. So this could be like a 1 out of 10 for some of y'all, Some it could be like a 4 or 5, but either way, it's clearing the decks. It's like Phoenix rising from the ashes, okay? Remember that. And that Mars and Leo period, I feel like that's going to be really strong for you. That's coming up for me. You even see the lightning striking the crown off the Tower here, right? So Uranus is lightning, and it is moving into Gemini. So you could have these big lightning bolts of like ideas, but also this sense of like, what am I doing? So you could even have like your own Tower moment, but again, it is in your external factors area. There's a lot of possibilities here. You're going to be fine. It's clearing the decks. You got the 3 of Pentacles here. Yeah, you want this new. You want to be working with others. You want to be connected with others. This is all about teamwork. There's something new. A lot of you are going to be looking for new jobs, new ways to make money. Big thing here. And then lastly, Ace of Wands and your final. Okay, yeah, a lot of new. Expect it. Just expect it. new career, new job, anything about your passions, there's something here that's just expect it. And again, there's gonna be many moments of that in 2025, okay? With you, particularly Capricorn. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, new opportunities, right? But Wands, your passions, your ambition, it's such a lively, like, the career, enterprise, all of that. You even see the leaves sprouting from the wand there, right? So plant those seeds, take that inspired action. You got 2 aces here. I can't even, okay. So a lot of new beginnings. So let's break it down, Capricorn. January, February, March. Okay, so January, happy birthday, okay? I'm just going to let you know, Capricorn, January may be a little bit slow. Remember I said Mars will be retrograde, okay? And that's like the slowest thing, but also January 2nd, remember we have that Mars-Pluto opposition, all right? So that's just something I want you to keep, on your radar. It's just going to be a little, as we enter 2025, again, nothing really happens until like end. Remember, we also had that new moon in your sign, so there's still new things happening for you, but there may just be a slowness. You're going to see more things kick off at the end of January, all right? And remember, Mars does go retrograde in Cancer on January 6th, okay? And just, there's going to be something here with partnerships, relationships for the rest of the month that you're going to maybe feel, you're going to see things differently, all right? We'll talk about your next week when we do January, or 2 weeks from now. Mercury's going to enter your sign, which is great, okay? January 8th, so I like that. It's going to be here for a few weeks. I actually have Mercury I have Mercury and Capricorn in my chart. I have a lot of Mercury aspects too, all right? Well, maybe I'll talk about that. It's kind of crazy. But for you, Capricorn, pay attention to the Sun conjuncting Pluto on the 21st when we move into Aquarius season, January 21st. This is a once-a-year aspect, and it's just big. The astrological archetype for this is Superman, right? Superman, Superwoman, Supergirl, Superdog, whatever it is, Sun conjuncting Pluto is big. There is this new cycle happening for you. Remember, this is really enormous. This is happening in Aquarius, in your second house of money, income, finances, as it's like salary, like huge, all right? So there also could be something here with your like self-belief, self-value, things that you value, things in your material world. There's big stuff happening the last week of January. Also, there's just so many aspects. 29th, January 28th, then you have Mercury conjuncting Pluto. Oh my goodness, like what? Mercury's moved into Aquarius at this point, but again, something here with money, finances, and self-worth, self-value, things in your physical realm, material possessions. But then, and it's my birthday on January 28th, big day, okay? But the day after, new moon in Aquarius. Now, I looked at all the new moons. I looked at all the full moons of this year. Truly, one of the best new moons of 2025. Mark this in your calendar. Again, something here with money for you. It's big. It's big, all right? Remember, Aquarius rules your second house. So this is one of the best new moons where Jupiter will be trining the sun and the moon. Remember, we're just coming after the Sun-Pluto conjunction. You got, Uranus in a powerful spot, but the day after, the sun trines Jupiter. So this is, amazing, amazing. There's something really big happening toward the end of January for you. Just listen, it can be money, it can be self-worth, self-value, it can be stuff that in your physical world, it can be like something with children, family, also just something that brings a lot of joy and pleasure. So for a lot of y'all, again, big. February, the biggest thing for you in February would be, I would say, the new moon in Pisces, the 27th, I really love this. It's, again, another one of the best. It's one of the best. I mean, it's at 10 degrees. I love this one. You got the Sun, Moon, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune all in Pisces at that time, this stellium. So there's something you may be signing. There's contracts. There's something here for you. There's a big agreement. There's something important conversation that you maybe have. There's something new happening in a really big way here for you, okay? And then I would also pay attention just real quick to February 23rd. That's when Mars actually goes direct, right? But we have Mercury trine Mars. That's a once a year aspect. So this is when things start, truly kicking off for you in this really, really powerful way. I would not be surprised if you're signing something around this time either. Okay, now March, Venus officially goes retrograde March 1st. And then I would also, and it's eclipse season, so we have on March 14th, we have the lunar eclipse in Virgo. There's something here that you're releasing, you're letting go. And then we have the new moon solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th, the day, and then Neptune moves into Aries the day after. The last time was 1861. I mean, when Neptune was in Aries. I mean, this is big. So the new moon in Aries, all of this is like family stuff for you. It's home-related matters. Again, I wouldn't be surprised. Remember, these eclipses, this new moon in Aries, this is playing out a 6-month cycle, but you're going to feel big change right away within the weeks around it. Just know that this is something that has to do with your domestic sector. Your significant other, parents, children, home, family. You could be moving. There's something big here. So let's see what's going on for you for January, February, and March. You're good. I mean, like I said, you got a lot to look forward to, a lot of things that are happening. This is, things may be moving at a slower pace, but they're still happening. Now, you still have, you have a lot of great things happening, but like I said, look, happy couple, happy children, a lot of this is a very, domestic, oriented card, like things that have to do with look at the little house there, everything. You got the only rainbow in tarot. I mean, this is a card of joy and happiness, right? You're good. Okay, now April, May, June. I would say April. Listen, April's going to be interesting. Mars officially goes direct, which is really great. April 17th. Just pay attention here. Mars moving into Leo in your 8th house. So, wow, fully direct. Okay, Mars in Leo. That's fiery, but it's also your 8th house, so big transformation in store for you, all right? Shared resources as well, inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, joint bank accounts, royalties, like money stuff for the next few, it's for this time, when Mars is in Leo. So just pay attention to April 19th, and, Mars is going to be here for a while, for several weeks. Yeah, okay. You know what I also love for you is April 4th, Saturn sextile Uranus, Mars sextile Uranus, Mars trine Saturn. And that's Mars trine Saturn. We're lucky to have that like 3 times a year. Remember, I talked about those, retrogrades that are blessing in disguise. Because Mars trine Saturn, that happens normally like once a year, twice a year tops. This is amazing. Mars trining Saturn, your ruling planet. Ooh, there's something here big for you. Something, I would not be surprised if some of y'all are, this is one of the biggest days, okay, by the way, with all these aspects happening. One of the biggest days of the decade, actually. I mean, this is just crazy. Saturn, sextile Uranus, there's something big happening here for you in terms of things that bring you pleasure, joy, children. There's also contracts, signing things, something with partnerships, relationships, where you're bringing like longevity to it, okay? Big, okay? Now, May is one of the biggest months of 2025. So is March, by the way. Saturn officially moves into Aries, so your ruling planet moves into Aries. Again, that's gonna be big. That's gonna happen on May 24th. I would also say there's just too many things here. That's amazing. One big thing that I would say for you, from the beginning of May, Mars officially goes out of shadow. So you're going to see a bigger pickup of Mars and Leo around this time. But Saturn moving into Aries is the big thing for you, okay? And then June, we have the 2 of the luckiest days in June, all right, of 2025. The first one, and we have just so much happening. Like, I can't even believe what's happening in June. June is one of the most special months of 2025. We do have Mars sextile Jupiter, which is very rare, and we won't have that again, okay, until 2027. Now, that is going to be Mars sextile Jupiter on the 22nd, okay? It's just super rare. It's super rare. And Jupiter's moved into Cancer at this point. So again, something here with partnerships and relationships. Another thing is Mercury conjuncting Jupiter. That's a once a year aspect. That's going to be on the 8th. Okay, so sorry, we're going back to June 8th. There's so many other wonderful things happening at that time. That's just major. Again, good news, signing contract negotiations. There's something big here for you. Remember, Jupiter is luck and expansion. Now, Jupiter will move into Cancer then, right? So I would just pay attention to this month. The second luckiest day would be the 24th, okay? The Sun conjuncting Jupiter, all right? So keep that in mind. The 22nd to the 24th is just major. When the Sun conjuncting Jupiter, that's only once a year, but it is the luckiest day of the year, all right? And it comes just at the same time on the 25th, we have that new moon in Cancer, and that's one of the best new moons of the year. This is the big partnership moment. Pay attention to this new moon and the weeks that follow, because you've got the Sun conjuncting Jupiter at that same time, Jupiter aligning with the Sun and the Moon, and then you've got Mars sextiling Jupiter. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you for April, May, and June. That's it. You're good. Optimism, abundance, opportunities, new big opportunities. You got a lot happening for you. You got the Sun feeling free, being really in the zone, expressing yourself. I love it. Now, that's really great. Now, July, Uranus moves into Gemini, okay? Now, one of the things, and it's Venus's month. There's so many rare aspects that Venus is having in July. Again, I'm not going to bring all of them out. Just know July is very, very special. But what makes it really special, Uranus moving into Gemini on the 7th, but the thing for you would be the full moon in your sign. Now, remember, I looked at all the full moons, all the new moons. This full moon in your sign, that's going to be on July 10th. Oh my goodness, it is one of the best full moons of the year. So I love this full moon for you. It's amazing. Okay, Venus will be conjuncting Uranus. Uranus just moved into Gemini. There's some surprising, wonderful surprises for you. Now, August is, this is, again, another, get out of town months, all right? Just really look forward to August. There's something, Mars is going to move into Libra on August 6th. That's really great for you with partnerships, relationships, but also with career. All right, there's something big forming here. Use that Mars energy. All right. Now, the other thing is on the 8th of, we're still in August. On the 8th of August, Mars will trine Uranus again. Really big, something career related here. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if you start something new or hear something new or get something new. Mars trine Uranus is also there could be, it's really strong, sex drive. There's just pay attention to around these dates. The big thing for you also, Uranus sextile Neptune on the 28th, okay? So this is August 28th. We haven't seen Uranus sextile Neptune since, like I said, 1965. This is going to be really, really, really big because they're in new signs, Uranus and Gemini, Neptune and Aries. There's some big things happening for you around this time with home matters, with work, your everyday activities. Now, September, okay, we have the eclipses. This is big, all right? So there's just too much happening in September to go over. I'll just focus on the eclipses. We have the new full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 7th, and then we have on the 21st new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. So again, just expect big changes to start happening in your life. All right, again, travel may be really highlighted. You may be taking a huge big trip. I would not be surprised if some of y'all, I don't know, start a podcast, maybe write a book. Publishing is on the books here. Get it? Or I actually didn't mean to say that. But I love all this Libra energy, like Mercury moving into Libra. Again, this is all career stuff for you too. So there's just really big stuff here. And then you got Mars moving into Scorpio on the 22nd, okay? Mars in its domicile. So that's a big thing for you because that's your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. That's your 11th house. That's really, really big. Make things happen. October, Mars trining Jupiter on the 27th, huge, okay? Pay attention to that one. That's going to be October 27th. That is, again, something big with partnerships, relationships. You're going to get a lot of luck around and abundance, expansion. And then you have one of the most, like, this new moon on the 21st, October 21st, the new moon in Libra, again, there's something new with career happening here. You may be getting famous around this time as well, all right? Your reputation, whole other level, amazing new moon in Libra. That's in your 10th house of fame and career. Now, November, gangbusters month. It's just insane. Too much to mention here, but I just can't believe. And so what I do is I highlight like the really big, like I should tell them this kind of aspects. Pretty much every day in November is highlighted. It's going to be an unforgettable month. Keep that in mind, all right? But you do have on the 19th a new moon in Scorpio. Again, there could be something here with like starting a new friendship, a group, something big, all right? But also your hopes and wishes and dreams. Now, December is the most challenging month of the entire year. So you gotta, and it's not to say like there's not gonna be challenges or whatever throughout the year. Yes, there's gonna be some things that may test you, but December is the big one, right? We have 7 squares, a bunch of oppositions. It's just it's not, we got Mars square Saturn too, your ruling planet. So just keep that in mind. That may be a little bit of a squeeze toward the end of the month, but happy birthday again as we move into Capricorn season. I do love, what do we have? We have that, I do love Mars moving into your sign on the 14th. Okay, so you get to move into 2026 with Mars exalted in your sign. All right, so let's see what's going on for you for October, November, December. Oh gosh, did I miss one? I did. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, let's do July, August, September. Oh, you got the High Priestess. Amazing, all right. She is associated with the moon, so around that time, April, May, March, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, July, August, September. So yeah, with the fact that, Jupiter just moved into Cancer, the moon rules Cancer, so that's going to be a big thing. You may have to go really deep, just trust your intuition. This is more of the High Priestess saying that I've got you, okay? I've got you, you're going to be fine. Just go deep. Don't be afraid to go deep, especially in regard to partnerships, relationships, what you want in partnerships, relationships, but this is all about just trusting your intuition. Really wonderful. All right, so now let's do October, November, December. There we go. You get the 6 of Pentacles. You're going to be at a place where you're going to be, again, look at this very philanthropic man, okay, who, by the way, he's got the same hand gesture as a Hierophant. So it's almost like he's learned from the Hierophant, but they have the same, it's just like blessings, right? This is a card of blessings, gratitude, generosity. If you're seeking wealth in some capacity, it's coming, right? With here, all right, bring that balance in. I said all that Libra energy is going to be really strong for you too. All that Scorpio energy is going to be very strong for you. Anyway, so like this is just saying, yeah, so you're going to be in a place where you may be the one helping others and spreading your wealth and knowledge, spiritual wealth, everything like that. Like it can be financial, but it's really, remember, Pentacles are your physical reality as well. So you have an amazing spread here. So now let's break it down. All right, so I'm doing a different spread. We're gonna go through a couple of key themes. We'll talk about career, love, money, all of that. So let's pull a card. Whew. So let's do one for love. What can you expect? What can Capricorn expect for love for 2025? So you got the 10 of Pentacles. A lot of family energy, like I said. 10 of Pentacles, there is that sense of family, your physical reality, the abundance, material wealth, all of that. Remember, it's like the Pentacles raining, right, from the sky in the form of the tree of life. You're good with that 10 of Pentacles. Well, it's 10 of coins here. And I wish I could tell you the backstories for all these cards because I love the Tarot, the Divine, but let's just keep going. Like you're reaching your legacy. You know that. This is all about legacy. This is the you made a card, prosperity, success. Okay, so when it comes to love, yeah, there's got to be a lot of like love in terms of let's build a family. There's going to be love in terms of this partner is, it's all very domestic sector related to. Okay, so, well, let's go to career. Let's see what's going on for you for career. So that's why I use this another deck, okay? When you get the same card, it's a big message. You got the sun twice, okay? You're gonna be fine. New things are happening for you. You got the sun. It's almost like this rebirth you're going through. I mean, but when you get the sun twice, the sun is the biggest yes in tarot, by the way. All right, so career, really good, really good. Okay, that's a lot of optimism. That's a lot of like vitality. That's a lot of growth. That's a lot of achievements, wisdom. I mean, like you're absolutely good. You're absolutely good. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you, Capricorn, for health. All right, so health. Remember, it's spiritual health, emotional health, mental health, physical health. You get the Six of Cups. All right, so you didn't get there. Yeah, you got the Six of Pentacles, you got the Six of Cups. That's amazing. Six of Cups. That's such a like, let your hair down, all right? It's just so much comfort, okay? A lot of nostalgic energy with the Six of Cups as well, but even still, it's all about that kindness with the Six of Cups. Just feeling free. Feeling free. So with health, don't be hard on yourself, okay? Now, and it seems like you won't be. Now let's do, what is it? Money. Capricorn, what can you expect for money for 2025? Oh, shoot. All right. Okay. All those cards just, I'm going to do that again. Money. There we go. You got the Ten of Swords. All right, that's good. Well, the Ten of Swords is saying like, hey, listen, like you've gone through it, but it's like all up here. It's like the 10 is the end, right? So there is going to be, if you felt that with money, finances, you could have been feeling that you could have hit this point of like, what the heck is going on? 10, remember, is the end. Now, I'm going to show you something very interesting here. Well, you don't see it here, but the Ten of Swords, the man who's pierced by the swords, right? He has the same hand gesture as the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles. Now, these are the only three that have that hand gesture as in blessings. So, in a sense, it's this blessing in disguise where you had to learn, kind of like the hard way, right? But had to learn some things about money. But now, remember, Pluto is officially in Aquarius in your second house. So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of like power, empowerment when it comes to money, salary. You got Mars going to Leo in your 8th house too. Like I said, pay attention to that. But Pluto and Aquarius, there can be some things that have to, even the way that you see things, but again, Pluto is transformation, right? So rebirth energy, like I said, regeneration. So there may be some things that you had to go through that was just like, okay, now I'm the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, so I'll clarify that Ten of Swords too. I can't even. You got the Ace of Wands. So yeah, you have to go through something, or you may have to in 2025 have to go through something that is just like, it may be hard, but just know whatever you're going through, learn from it. That's the big takeaway. Learn from all your experiences. You're on a karmic journey. You leave a karmic footprint, right? So learn from everything and rise above everything, and you're going to be absolutely fine. You got something waiting for you. You got the Ace of Wands. So you got the Ace of Wands twice too. You got some big new things coming through. All right, so now let's do family. You got some big family energy, okay, for 2025, but let's see what's going on for family. Eight of Swords, okay. Eight of Swords, just don't get into your head. Just step out of your head. Eight of Swords is, we call it the self-victim card, a little bit of like self-sabotage with that as well, but Eight of Swords, like, remember, her feet are free. She can walk out anytime she wants. She's the one with the blindfold on. But that's the Eight of Swords energy, is just not being in your head, not overanalyzing things, not overthinking things, and not feeling that avoiding things is the best way forward, right? You got to face your fears. There's going to be some things that you're going to have to face, all right? And so in terms of family, because you got a lot of family energy, so there could be some things that you're like, oh my goodness, I don't even want to deal with this, but you might have to. You might have to, okay? I'll even clarify that Eight of Swords for you, all right? Oh my God. You got the World. All right, so that's really funny. It paints this picture that 2025, you're going to get to a point where there are going to be big changes, that the World is the end, right, of the major arcana. So it's this new journey that So there's going to be something that's going to be changing in this significant way. Be proud of yourself. The world is, with the world dancer there, dancing. Like also someone who's like, naked, indicating that freeness, and it's just you're going to be absolutely fine. It just now it makes sense. There's going to be big changes, and there's going to be a point in 2025. You see these, like having a baby, buying a house, something with home. There's going to be something that you're going to have to really just. You may just be like, oh my gosh, it's more like, this is happening, this never happened in my life before. So that could be a little bit, I go within, but just embrace everything. You just got the world clarifying it. There's just expect a significant change. Now, last thing would be, it's the pay special attention to card. So pay special attention to this card. What should Capricorn pay special attention to for 2025? That's it. 9 of Wands. All right, so 9 of Wands, very interesting because you got the 7 of Wands too. The 9 of Wands is just saying, hey, listen, don't give up. Don't ever give up. If things feel like they're getting really hard, don't let anyone take away anything that you've worked hard for, all right? The 9 of Wands, he's a fighter. He's not going to give up. He's already gone through a lot, all right? So let's clarify that one too. And a lot of that I feel like is more in your head. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's like, up here, that 9 of Wands, I don't think it's going to be something energetically in your physical world. It's more about like there may be a lot going on in your head, especially coming after the 8 of Swords too. But anyway, let's see. And you did again have that 7 of Wands. I'm going to clarify that 9 of Wands, 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords, and so pay special attention to, you got the 9 of Wands, right? You have the 4 of Cups, which is a card where it's like, let's raise our gratitude, be appreciative for the things that are in our life. You have the 3 of Swords saying, hey, listen, there's going to be some things that you're going to, challenging moments that you could bring upon yourself. It's really like you could be your worst energy if you're not vibrating at this high frequency, if you're not appreciating the things that you have, especially in your physical world, right? And so there's, with that 3 of Swords, it could be like this emotional impact. But again, this is saying you could bring it all upon yourself. You need to be vibrating at this high frequency, trusting your inner voice, like your spiritual path, all right? Trusting in the universe, trusting in yourself, not doubting yourself, because you also got the Ace of Cups. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? So everything here is leading to something big with that. You got the Ace of Wands twice. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace is this big emotional. This is like having a baby, Ace of Cups. This is falling in love, meeting your soulmate, starting your own business, getting a promotion, things that bring tears of joy, new beginnings. Cups, all about emotions, your feelings, love. This is soul level. I mean, you're good. You're absolutely good, but just, don't be your own enemy is basically what it's saying, okay? There is going to be some changes, right, in the way that you're processing things, thinking things, but be that person that communicates. Again, you're going to have a lot of new things happen, wonderful things happen. Your life is changing. You got the Sun card twice. I mean, you know how rare that is? All right. So Capricorn, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you'd like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. And I'll talk to you, and we'll go deeper next week. All right. Bye-bye.